Were you or someone in your family injured in an accident involving a big truck? Chances are, while you were at the hospital, the insurance company was already on the scene, with lawyers and crash experts trying to build a case against you. You need a skilled legal team on your side, and you need it immediately. I'm Austin Jackson. My law firm has experience, resources, and experts of our own to get you the results you deserve. Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
You get everything you deserve.
Call attorney John Foy and Associates today.
'Tis the season to put a smile on a child's face.
It's the Marine Corps Toys for Tots Drive, and News 12 is proud to be an official drop-off location.
Drop off a new unwrapped Toy Door Studios during normal business hours.
Make a child's holiday brighter with News 12 and Toys for Tots.
Snakes, rodents.
Fix it!
Trust Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale for your first alert. You're watching News 12 live at 5. Continues.
The girls' flag football state playoffs are here. Grovetown, Evans, Lakeside, and Greenbrier are still all in it. We'll have live coverage from Greenbrier High School in just a few moments.
Plus, a magical moment caught on camera at our local children's hospital. Yes, those are superheroes. We'll have more in a few minutes.
We're less than 3 weeks away from Christmas, and while many of us are checking off our holiday shopping list,
There are a growing number of families in our area that need help to make Christmas magic happen for their little ones. Our Taylor Martin shows us how that need is being addressed.
This year, the Empty Stocking Fund is giving out toys to more than 1,000 children. For them and multiple other organizations in the river region, it's the same story. They're seeing a high need with low donations. Toys for Tots, the Salvation Army Angel Tree, and the Empty Stocking Fund are hoping to give out gifts for a combined 4,159 kids. And that's just in Augusta. In Aiken, Toys for Tots is giving away toys to 2,000 children. And today, the Empty Stocking Fund did their first toy giveaway of the Christmas season, serving 900 children.
Today we're doing our first of 2 Empty Stocking Fund distributions. And for many of these families, this is the first time they've asked for gifts, or maybe they continually need them, but this could be the only gifts they receive this holiday season.
All new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we're breaking down how and where you can donate to help make Christmas happen for families across our area. Reporting in Augusta, Taylor Martin, on your side.
To weather now, and we may close to the holidays, but the weather maybe doesn't quite.
Tim's on the way in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks, Riley. The GHSA Girls Flag Football State Tournament is underway, and 4 of our local teams from Columbia County are on the gridiron tonight.
With the lights shining bright on this growing sport, our sports team joining us live tonight with the latest on the action going on. Dan?
Well, thank you, Will and Meredith. The best girls flag football teams from around the state of Georgia are all on the gridiron this evening, with dreams of advancing to next week's state championships at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Grovetown, Evans, Lakeside, and Greenbrier are all still in it. News 12's Alyssa Lyons joins us live from Greenbrier High School, where if the Lady Wolfpack take care of business tonight, they'll be a couple of steps closer to state.
Dan, they're already taking care of business. They're up 19-0 against Miller Grove right here, making it look just as easy as the rest of the season has been already for them. Under the new playoff format, the number 1 seed gets to be the host team, and then a coin toss will determine who hosts on Thursday if they win their second game tonight. Now, this is the first of 2 potential games tonight, and hopefully Greenbrier will make it easy and go straight into that quarterfinal on Thursday. They're the farthest flag football team has made it in the CSRA. They made it to the semifinals back in 2020 and in 2021. They've won 14 straight games. The only loss that they've had on the season was in their first game against Southeast Bullock, who is coincidentally ranked the number 1 team in the state. Greenbrier is ranked number 2. So hopefully tonight they're able to get both dubs and get back to that state semifinal, and then eventually back to the Benz.
No, and thank you, Alyssa. And as their incredible season continues, Greenbrier is just 4 wins away from getting to go to the Benz next week. The city of Augusta is recognizing the Westminster Wildcats 8-man football team for winning their state championship. Leaving no doubt on the field, Westminster defeated Windsor Academy 35-14, securing their second state championship title in the last 5 years. In addition to all of their success as a team, 6 of Westminster's Tigers players were named All-Region. 5 of them made the All-State team, including quarterback Levi Murphy, who is the GIAA 8-man football player of the year. On top of all of that, head coach Chris Murphy has been named the coach of the year. We'll be hearing from the Wildcats on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
All right, thanks for that, Dan. With no time to spare today, Augusta's 2024 fiscal year budget is approved. Even with a 1% cut across all departments, this is the city's biggest budget ever. At over $1 billion, the city plans to invest more than $280,000 into cybersecurity following the cyber attacks on the city this past summer. All new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, our Craig Allison will break down more of what was approved and scrapped during the last commission meeting of the year. In addition, the city formally accepted millions of dollars in grant money that will go towards improving May Park, Boynton Road Park, and Dias Park. This includes $1.6 million for Boynton Road Park and $2.2 million for May Park. The money from those came from state grants announced by Georgia Governor Brian Kemp earlier this year. $6.5 million for Dias Park is coming from SPLOST funds. We have a full breakdown of how each of the park will be improved on our website, wrdw.com.
All right, take a look at this. Today, window washers at the Children's Hospital of Georgia dressed up as superheroes to cheer the patients up inside. Kids were able to see and interact with these window washers. It looks like there was the classic Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, and even the Flash. The goal of all of this, bring smiles to the faces of the youngest patients.
I was like, hey, the superheroes, what young child wouldn't like to wake up and look out the window and see Spider-Man stuck to the window, you know? So it just really, it really gives them momentum in the healing process, and it just helps lift their spirits.
How awesome is that for them to just look out the window and see that as well? That's so cool.
And can you imagine being one of those window washers and being able to kind of change your uniform for the day and be able to look in at those patients?
Yeah,
and
that's pretty awesome there.
Yeah, smiles all around today.
Good stuff. Well, keeping you moving, whether it's by truck, car, or plane, that's the goal of Georgia's Transportation Committee.
Abby Kasouras breaks down how some new ideas could help you get around.
When it comes to transportation, Georgia is leading the way, investing in autonomous and electric vehicle infrastructure. Now a committee is debating investing in AI, or artificial intelligence, that can make the roadways safer. As vehicle manufacturing booms in Georgia,
can prototype safety and mobility solutions.
Scott Evans with the Forsyth Chamber presenting a plan for what he calls the Advanced Transportation Technology Corridor, a stretch of State Road 141 made up of companies developing technology that can make your drive safer.
GDOT camera right now had artificial intelligence powering it, and it recognized a crash, sends an alert to the EMS. If the artificial intelligence in that camera can warn the two vehicles that they're on a collision course and take corrective action before the accident happens, or at least mitigate the damage.
His plan, harnessing artificial intelligence to help drivers, bicyclists to communicate. For example, at this intersection.
Heard it, I kind of went, what? Because I didn't understand a lot of it, but now that I understand it, it's one of those things that can really help us.
Transportation Committee Chairman Rick Jasper says with the state's $10.7 billion surplus, now is the time for the state to fund forward-thinking projects. Nearly 2 million jobs in key industries like tourism, retail sales, agriculture, and manufacturing depend on the state's transportation infrastructure.
I mean, as everything is exploding, we got to catch up.
The committee discussed ships, planes, trains, and automobiles, including increasing the hangar space here in our state. Ultimately, no action was taken, but the committee says that they have a better idea of what needs to be on their agenda come the legislative session in January. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Kasouras.
Well, home for the holidays. If you've been considering welcoming a new pet in your family, Aiken County's Animal Shelter is giving you the chance to adopt a pet for free. These are pictures of just some of the animals looking for their forever home for the holiday. This Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., adoption fees will be waived to help clear out that shelter. This is the last adoption event of the year for the shelter, and Santa Claus will also make an appearance there. A lot of pets there that need some help. We know that they've been dealing with a lot of overcrowding too.
I know, and my heart breaks. Look, I want to take all home. Georgia lawmakers hard at work this week to redraw district maps ruled illegal. Just ahead, we'll break down how this could impact who you get to vote for. Riley?
Well, it is going to be chilly tonight, but we're bringing cold temperatures over the next couple of days. We'll have that full forecast next.
Time and temp
by Sunday. Thanks, Riley. Some Georgia state lawmakers have more to lose than others if new legislative maps proposed under the state's GOP majority are approved.
Last month, a federal judge ruled Georgia's current House and Senate district maps violated the Federal Voting Rights Act. Today, lawmakers approved new maps, which now must go in front of Georgia Governor Brian Kemp.
Doug Reardon shows us how this could impact Peach State lawmakers.
Sam Park is the Democratic whip in the Georgia House. He's the first Asian American man and the first openly gay man to serve in the chamber, and is well liked. He won his last election in District 107 with almost 70% of the vote. But if maps proposed by Republican lawmakers are approved, Park will have to run against his colleague, Greg Kennard, something he doesn't want to do.
It is unfortunate to find the Republican majority continuing to target, members who have, for the first time, broken historic barriers to ensure that their communities have a seat at the table.
It's not just an issue facing Democrats in 2024. Although the new maps pit three sets of Democratic House incumbents against each other, it also pairs Republicans Beth Camp and David Knight in the same district, and they're not fans of the change either.
He has been a wonderful mentor since I have been in the House of Representatives, so certainly it's not a contentious situation in that respect. But it is challenging because now we're in a situation where we will have to qualify and compete against each other.
While Park plans to vote against the maps, Camp says she'll still vote yes, despite the predicament it puts her in.
To me, it's not the emotion. I can't vote no simply because it didn't benefit me, because the reality is, in my personal opinion, I really feel that the maps do meet the criteria that Judge Jones set forth.
Park disagrees and hopes Judge Jones, who has the final say here, will opt to appoint a nonpartisan expert to draw the final voting lines.
Judge Jones can and should find all three of these maps, the Republican map for Congress, State Senate, and State House, to be unlawful.
Now that Georgia lawmakers have approved new maps, they must go to Governor Brian Kemp by Friday.
I'm Jamie Tucker. Some people like to give one big gift to someone for the holidays, and if that's your plan, I've rounded up some very expensive items to splurge on. We'll show them to you coming up.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
We are excited to announce that the Medicare Specialist is now 64 Insurance Group. And while we've expanded our portfolio to include other health insurance products, we are still your go-to for all things Medicare. Don't wait until you're 65 to call. Are64.com.
Every Georgian.
Hey, Jill, what's the matter?
Man, this name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that, but what about this?
Are-you64.com.
Most talk during the holidays is how to find inexpensive gifts, but some people would rather get one big gift than several smaller ones.
Or give one, because that way you only have to think of one, right? That one big gift might be a car or jewelry. Hey, if you want to give me either, that's fine. But as our consumer tech reporter Jamie Tucker shows us, it could also be a tech gadget.
What the Tech, sponsored by Augusta Preparatory Day School.
If you ever found a bike for Christmas as a kid, you know how exciting that can be. The same is true today, especially if it's an e-bike.
Electric bikes are some of the most Googled gifts this year. The bikes, such as this one from the scooter company Bird, pedal themselves. A flip of a switch gives the option to do some pedaling or let the bike do all the work uphill. Prices range from the thousands of dollars to around $700. If they're a gamer, the classic type, a chess set controlled by AI, could be more their speed. The square-off chess set lets them play against a computer or with another square-off player from anywhere in the world. When the competitor makes a move, their chess piece magically moves across your board. You can also play a friend who doesn't have a set. They can square off using the app to play the game with you. The classic chess set is $500, but they have less expensive and less fancy versions now for under $300. The Bartesian Duet robot bartender is a cocktail party favorite. Fill the bottles with your favorite spirits, and using these capsules that hold the ingredients, the Bartesian mixes cocktails perfectly. The original Bartesian has 4 bottles for spirits, but takes up a great deal of countertop space. The new Bartesian Duet has 2 bottles for spirits and is $245. And finally, there's Amazon's Astro Home Robot. Released to the public earlier this year, Astro guards the house when you're not home, investigates sounds, will take items to other people, and entertain the kids with songs and dances and games. And recently, Amazon began marketing Astro to small business owners looking for a security system.
I'm not saying the best gifts are expensive gifts, but if you're looking for something like that, these gifts will certainly make a statement, and they probably don't have one. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Americans are expected to spend about $1,000 on Christmas gifts this year.
As we approach the end of the year, you may be planning your vacations for 2024. Well, the National Park Service is here to help, releasing its list of free admission days for the upcoming year. They are Martin Luther King Jr. Day on January 15th, the first day of National Park Week on April 20th, Juneteenth on June 19th, the anniversary of the Great American Outdoors Act on August 4th, National Public Lands Day on September 28th, and Veterans Day on November 11th. Riley?
A lot of good opportunities to check out some of our great national parks here across the country. We do have relatively cool highs, but with the sunshine, upper 50s, and sun is going to feel great over the next couple of afternoons. Have a look at that 7 day again just after the break.
After a help you through it. Just call all nines.
All right, here's the view, 750 feet up from our Beach Island camera. A beautiful look over the valley here. We have a few high-level clouds streaming through, but generally clear skies for the rest of tonight. 52, temperatures continue to drop. We should be able to see these low temps get close to 40 by early tomorrow morning. You can see on our First Alert radar network, we are bringing in a dry cold front for us tonight, so that's what's going to drop our temps and also bring us a windy Wednesday. But take a look at this. Western North Carolina, as that cold air shows up with that little precipitation, they are expecting a snow event in those upper elevations of western North Carolina. For us here locally, we're just going to see a little bit of a cool start early tomorrow morning, especially when you factor in the wind. It's wind chill definitely could be a factor tomorrow morning. Beautiful afternoon, though. We're going to see sunshine, high temps hitting the upper 50s. Even though that may sound cool with the sun out, it's going to feel great out there the next couple of days. Winds will calm down Thursday, but staying chilly and then warming up into the weekend. Rain does look possible by Sunday.
All right, thanks, Riley. Stick with us. We have more news, weather, and sports coming up after a short break on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
They say